my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing okay. If you don't know, my name is Sheena. I am a mum to 6-year-old triplets. I have a 3-year-old son, and every Wednesday I bring you a video on motherhood, routines and goals. Today we are going to be answering the questions on my days that you have for me. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, so some of the questions that you guys have asked is going to be pretty interesting to answer. But we're going to start with number 1. So the first question is, if you didn't have a boy, would you have gone again? I don't know. I'd like to say no, because for me personally, I feel like 4 is enough. My husband did say, oh, if it's not a boy, don't worry, I'll be okay. I don't know if I really believe him though, so probably would have, wouldn't have. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. Sorry, I really don't know. One thing I do know is there's only 5 extra seats in a 7-seater car, so it means that we can only have one more child if we were to have another child, because I'm struggling to drive a 7-seater as it is, and I'm not getting a 9-seater. Okay, number 2 is, do you get lonely, crave adult interaction? Yeah, I do. Yes, it can get very lonely. I think now that the girls are a bit older, it's a bit more fun, you can have more conversations, but especially when they were babies, oh my days. And the challenge actually was to be able to not bombard my husband when he came home with lots and lots of questions, because obviously I didn't speak to an adult for a whole of about 9 hours. But at the same time, being able to have those conversations with my husband, because I craved the adult conversation more than goo goo gaga. So yeah, definitely do. I still do, but not as much now that the girls are older. And I found other ways to cope, like speak to my friends on the phone. Speak to my friends on the phone. I like to get out, so that does help quite a bit. Okay, number 3. What activities do you do with your children that are cheap and affordable? So I like parks. There are so many parks around where we live. It's unreal. We love it. Absolutely love it. I try to go to museums. My children really like museums. There's an app called Hoop, which is fantastic. It shows you all the different activities in the area. My friend does an amazing YouTube channel called Cara, Coco and Mummy Adventures. I will put the link below. Check her out. Honestly, she gives a review of different places that are fun and affordable. And I really do look on Instagram, Facebook, Google to try and find different things in my area. And I love toddler groups. If you have little children, I absolutely love toddler groups. It's a fantastic way, 1, to get your adult interaction, and 2, to get out, and it's pretty cheap. If not free, it's about £2, so yeah. When do you have time to relax and have me time? Guys, my kids are in bed by 7:30, the absolute latest. Like, I'm done, it's over, it's finished, and that's my me time. So I highly recommend getting your children into a routine so you can have your evenings, whether it's for yourself, time with your husband. And I do also wake up early in the morning, not every day, but I aim to wake up early in the morning, and that's usually when I do my personal devotion. And if I have any other goals, I will do that too. I will do a video on how I do my mornings sometime in the future. Okay, so this question, what do you do when you feel really overwhelmed and you can't cope? It's a struggle that every mum has. Every mum's felt overwhelmed at some time in their motherhood journey, and it's okay. For me personally, I've learned to put in different steps to stop myself from allowing that overwhelmed feeling overcome me, because it was a real issue, especially when I first had the girls. Maybe I'll do a video about that in the future. One of the things that I do is music is amazing. It will calm me down. It will get me back into where I need to go. I go for a walk. Fresh air makes a huge difference. Like, if I feel like the whole world is upside down and my house is a tip and my kids aren't behaving, I'm like, everyone put on your coats, we're going out. And I literally go for a walk, and by the time we've walked around and the air smacked me in my face, I'm a lot calmer. Showers, I can think loads in the shower. So showers are really good thinking places for me to just rejig, rethink, recoup, regroup. BPs are my ultimate weapon, which are brief prayers. I feel no way to go into the bathroom, close the door, pray, scream, cry, whatever I need to do if I'm feeling overwhelmed. Get all of those emotions out and then be ready to start the day again. Or I call a friend. I have a couple close friends who know me well enough, and if I am in that mood or I need to think through my thoughts, I have friends that I'll go to think through those thoughts as well. Like, don't be ashamed is one thing I would say, is don't be ashamed to reach out, because as I said, every mum has been there, and it doesn't make you a bad mum, a weak mum, an incapable mum, incapable mum. It just makes you human. It makes you a mum. So yeah, that's what I would say for that one. Oh, this is a difficult one. Okay, so what effective ways do you discipline so you don't fall into the same trap as the way your parents disciplined? This is huge. Actually, I just want to say, so my husband and I do a podcast. It's called A Family Bound by Grace, and one of the podcasts we did was on discipline. So I will link that below as well. Discipline is such a huge topic. It's humongous. But what I would say is really read up and learn about what discipline is. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is to teach. And if you can teach your children in the situation that you're in, and they can learn something from it and it adds to their character and adds value, then you've disciplined correctly. If it hasn't added anything and it hasn't added any value, it wasn't an effective discipline. So I'll give an example. For example, growing up, smacking was the in thing. So it was just common. You misbehaved, you got a smack. That's great, but actually what you find is it doesn't actually deal with the root of the issue. It stops it for the moment, but their heart hasn't changed. And the whole point is to be able to change their heart. We want to raise morally sound, spiritually strong, highly good valued children. And that requires a lot of work. And actually what you find is it starts with us. Yay. Is really think about whatever discipline you're doing, is it really going to make a positive impact and change my child's character for the good? I hope that helps. How do you find time for kissy time? Kissy. So my husband and I, we tried to do date night. We were a lot better at it before, and we tried to make the date nights fun and interesting. So we are by ourselves where we're staying. We don't have any family close by. Our closest family member is an hour and 40 minutes away-ish. So we try to have date night outside when we can. If we happen to be at a family member's house, we're like, all right guys, see you later, we're going out for a couple of hours. But we do date nights at home, and we try to make it really fun and different. So one of the best ones I remember was when we played I can't remember the TV program now, but basically I bought lots of cheap food, and then we had to make a main meal and a dessert out of the food, and it was like almost like Ready Steady Cook. And then we sent pictures to our friends and family, and then they had to judge whose was the best, obviously by look, because they couldn't taste it. So yeah, just make the date nights fun. And yeah, once again, our kids are in bed by 7:30 the latest, and so then we have time to spend time with each other and yeah. What's the best thing about being a mum? I would actually say the best thing about being a mum is, one, seeing my children grow, literally seeing them going from being able to do nothing to where they are now, and reading and writing and expressing themselves in a specific way. I love to hear my kids laughing. That it just, it just makes my day, even if it's been a bad, terrible day. If they're all laughing and giggling and just happy, it just makes me happy. And I suppose there's nothing better than knowing that you're making a positive impact in someone's life. And I suppose as a mum, you're daily making a positive impact in somebody's life. So, yeah, that would be number 2. Number 3, ironically, would be the way that motherhood has changed me for the better, despite it being a really difficult, challenging, frustrating at time journey, because I've seen how I've had to change to be able to raise our children. So yeah. And what else? What else would I say? Okay, so I think this is the best one. It's how do I get my son to sit still so I can brush his teeth and comb his hair and wash his face? I mean, boys are different. They're just different. They're very different to girls. And this is from somebody who's had 3 girls at the same time. It's just a whole different ball game. They are just a ball of energy and they have to get their energy out. So what I would say and recommend is make everything into a game. Like, jump up and down 10 times. Cool, let me brush your teeth. Spin around. Okay, excellent. Let me brush your hair while I'm spinning around. You just have to be on the ball. You just have to run with them. I mean, there's a time and a place to sit down, but I think we also have to understand that they have this energy and they need to get this energy out. And so if it means allowing them to run around first and then trying to do the simple tasks of brushing hair and brushing teeth and washing your face, and then so be it. And also get them involved, get them to do it as well. They're more willing if they're actually doing it too. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video and you've had a little glimpse of our life. If you'd like to know more about our family, my husband and I, we do a podcast, A Family Bound by Grace. The link is below. I highly recommend listening to the podcast. We talk about parenting and marriage, our journey, our struggles, our joys, our challenges, our highs. It's fantastic. I mean, not being biased or anything. So check it out. Once again, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe on the big red button below and click the notification bell so that you never miss a video. I'm Sheena. I hope you have an amazing day. Be bold, be determined, be amazing. Ciao, mamacita.